Look, he's not even looking at the camera. Remember, guys, cool pilots don't look at explosions. Hello, Captain VFC here with another inbox review stroke first impressions video. Today looking at the Hawker Hunter Fugger 9 from Revell. Firstly, this is quite a sizable box. Look, there are my hands. They're not even that big as hands go, but still. Here is a rather sizable box for the aircraft, very flat. It's scuffed a little bit, but does have this beautiful artwork of the Hunter, and as you can see, it's the British Legends Edition 1918 to 2018, which is probably when this kit was released. Yes, I've just checked, it was. So we're just going to have a little look inside. There is nothing interesting on the edges of the box at all. It does tell you on the front that it's a level 4, which in Revell terms means bugger all. It's 102 parts, and that's how big it is. And there's the product code. The box has been damaged a little bit. That's not how it arrived. That was entirely me storing it since 2019, roughly. Anyway, the back. The back actually is quite interesting because they have an example that has been made up and put on the back, which I quite like. I don't like it if it's on the front of the box and it's the only picture, but having it as an extra option on the back of the box, yeah, no problem with that. And they're the paints that you'll need. I don't give a toss about any of those. There's a QR code, which I'm guessing goes to their website. But I just want to see what's inside, so let's open up. Okay, now, already quite exciting. These are not the horrible paper Revell instructions. These are an actual booklet version. So we'll look through this first. Oh, look. Oh, he's got no face. Faceless man reads instructions first. And then he, I guess, just puts elastic bands around things. No, it is, of course, the guide as to what some of the symbols mean and how to work the kit. And here is another page of symbols, like a contents, an index, a glossary. Are we going to get to the kit? No. Here are paints, all of them in every possible language that they've thought this is likely to be sold to. Fantastic. Are we going to get to the kit? No. Look, there's some more paints, and it tells you how to mix. Excellent. Well, it doesn't tell you how to mix it. Tells you what the mixing symbol is. And now we have a sprue map, finally. Although being Revell, this of course should actually tell you on the parts what they are. There we go. We're on page 7. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Page 7. And we're not at the kit yet. Page 8, here we go. More sprue map and construction beginning. I'm not going to go through this step by step, but you can see that it is it 4 colours? It's multicoloured anyway. Nicely laid out. It's even got staples. This is modern Revell instructions. This is what it should be like. Look at that. It did tell you to put weight in it, didn't it? I know I get a bit obsessed every time I talk about a tricycle undercarriage aircraft. I'm always mentioning the weight, but you've got to remember to put weight in it, people. Did it say to 5 grams? 5 grams of weight in the nozzle. So we'll see if I can remember to do that. And then the call-outs at the back. We have just 2 options. Yeah, that's the same one. Which is standard RAF colour with D on the bottom. And then you have to go all the way back to page 5 to find out what D is. D is a mix of grey and white, so a lighter grey. And the next option is exactly the same except with C on the bottom, and you have to go all the way back here to see that C is aluminium metallic, which I don't actually think is right. When was this? 1963, so it's probably RAF high-speed silver, which is not a metallic finish, it's just a lacquer, a silverish lacquer. I don't know, I'll have to have a look. But there we go, that's it, basically. That's what we're going for. Oh, I've just creased the instructions, what a knob. Right, onto the plastic stuff itself. Oh, actually no, not yet. Move that over to the side. We have clear parts, which again I'm going to leave in the little bag I'm not going to take them out, but you can see we've got just a front and... oh no, there is a landing light as well. There's some sort of landing light, then there's a cockpit front and the sliding canopy. And the usual Revell paper. There we go. I was going to say there better be some decals in there somewhere. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. They look alright. I mean, there's a slight hole in one of them. That's slightly worrying. But, we'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. This is just the usual... Oops, I just ripped it. No, I didn't. Revell garbage. Safety advice. Do not eat. Do not flush down the toilet. Please dispose of in a responsible manner. All that usual sort of spiel you would expect. Right, now, let's see what's inside here. Well, here we have 4, albeit 2 of them are rather small, sprues of very pale grey plastic. I must admit, I was for some reason expecting that there'd be more parts to it than this. It said, what, 100 and something? I mean, I'm not going to count them all. I'm sure it's fine. It just, to me, looks simpler than perhaps I was anticipating. Anyway, here we have the fuselage. Now, the detail, we have very, very fine engraved panel lines. Big solid slab for where the wing goes. Nothing interior, but it's a component, a box you make. Look at that. Flash on the floor there. A lot of flash. Ooh. Detail-wise, however, that does look fantastic. Let's see if we can get the angle right. Look at that. Nice raised detail. And on the instrument panel as well. Beautiful definition on that. So, detail-wise, I think this is fine. But just glossing over, there's a few bits of flash like there on the nozzle. That does seem to suggest this is not the crispest tooling. This one, oh, what was that one? Was that A? It just says Hawker Hunter at the top. Hawker Hunter. It doesn't actually tell me what sprue this is. I want to know, is it A, is it B? Maybe they don't care. Revell are like, who gives a damn? Anyway, the wings, there's cat hair on it. It's probably cat hair on the desk, to be honest. Again, just says Hawker Hunter at the top. The wheel well detail is all moulded in. There's not a separate thing to stick in anywhere. And again, beautiful detail. So fine. I like it. I like it a lot. Very impressive. And you've even got some detail here, which is presumably so you can have the flaps open. Speaking of, there are some flaps, again, with some flash, quite a lot of flash on this one. Nothing on this one, just on this one. And then we have a little bit showing, what, drop tanks? Fuel tanks of some sort, and never mind. And finally, this will be the weapons array. So there's some sort of rocket pod. Is it rocket pod or is it machine gun pod or cannon pod? I don't know what it is. They're rocket pods, I think. And more underwing equipment. And that is it, actually. Yeah, a surprisingly simple kit. Well, hopefully its simplicity will not be anything negative and it will build beautifully. So I'm going to go and start this very soon. And so that is it. Not really much to it. This is quite a new tooling. I mean, well, I say new. It's 2005, and this is the third boxing of it. So it was also out in 2008 and 2018. So I don't know why they left it 10 years between releases. I'd have thought everyone would want a Hunter in the range, but you never know. Maybe they just churned out so many that it stayed available for much of those 10 years. It's also been released as 2 model sets with paints, brushes, glues, and all that jazz. Initial reviews that I've seen of this kit suggest that it is good, that it does make into a very respectable model. We'll have to wait and see. So, like, subscribe if you haven't, and stay tuned on the channel because this is going to be under construction. I'll be making it probably on Twitch, so follow me on Twitch if that sort of thing interests you and you want to see me build these real time. Otherwise, just thank you for watching and just be yourself. Yeah, inspirational end to a video. I know, it surprised me as well.